Send it.
Chill for a second. Let me get my studio face on. All right. Okay. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another episode of On the Range podcast. It's been a while. This is a place where we talk nothing but Warhawk Tactical, Kelly Defense, and all things American.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah, man. Coming off the Veterans Day weekend. Rick, thank you for your service. Appreciate it, pal.
Thank you, Mark, for yours.
Hey, thank you, buddy. So if you guys are watching us on YouTube, go ahead and hit those like buttons. Go ahead and put a comment on there. Go ahead and hit that subscribe and notification buttons. If you're listening on iTunes, go ahead and leave us a comment and also give us a rating on there. Really appreciate it. So what'd you do for the Veterans Day week, Rick? Anything special?
You know, Veterans Day week culminated with my son coming home from Coast Guard boot camp. So it was yeah, buddy. It was a good way to kind of wrap that whole week and next generation of serving. On top of that, I was out with Pat Mack and Dutch Moyer all week training with the 10th Mountain. So it was a really good Veterans Day week. So training the next generation, having the next generation trained, i.e. Colton, and culminate to, follow on week. So yeah, it was all good. How about you, buddy?
Not a whole lot going on. We had some issues. We had a death in the family, so we were dealing with that a little bit. But, we take time to thank the veterans and yourself, all the family members of us and family members that we have serving right now. Have a chance to reach out to them and say thank you. It was a great week, aside from a couple things we had to deal with. And everybody's doing okay, just tough time. But we love Veterans Day, love to recognize our veterans.
Yeah, and you got one serving right now.
We do, yeah. He's in the Air Force, real proud of him. He's doing good. His one of his siblings went out to visit him this week during the Veterans Day week, so he got to have some family with him. Real good time. They're on their way back now, so they're traveling. So, but yeah, everybody's doing good.
Here's the thing with the kids, man. The kids must have got some of that smart juice because me and you decided to, do the old Army thing with the Uncle Sugar's Fun Shack, and Air Force definitely. I think you got some interesting things you can do there. The more I learn about the Coast Guard, wow, there's some phenomenal opportunities over in that small branch. So it's for whatever reason they decided to follow in Dad's footsteps. So,
it's not. I never really spoke poorly about my service, and I've never really heard you speak poorly about your service, even though we had our challenges. I think they're smart. They reached out to everybody and looked at all their options, and they did their thing, and you can't go wrong. I mean, all the service, I don't care what you do, it's selfless. These guys they're doing a tremendous job, all these veterans, and I'm particularly, and I know you are, proud of our family members that are serving, the young guys, doing a great job out there.
Yeah, because it's funny because with mine, he's double dipping, so he'll be technically a federal law enforcement officer, still being 18. So hats off to him, man. I mean, it's he's got his career path. He knows what he wants to do, and hey, I support him whatever he wants to do. So
yeah,
awesome.
They're being, it's great to see them be successful. All the kids, they're doing great, all of them. So it's always good to see them, did you see that one post that they had all those guys on the back of the ramp of the C-130 and their targets were like Taco Bell, Golden Corral. So yeah, man, they've earned it. Go out there and cash in on that free steak dinner or whatever. We really appreciate it. We love our veterans. Love those guys.
And enjoy America, man. I mean, you're the ones that's given us that blanket of freedom since mine's kind of old and tattered right now. I got the next generation, mending it up. So
some of the classes that we've been doing with some of the law enforcement officers and these young guys out there serving, man, it does make you feel a little bit older,
Yeah. The age thing hasn't really hit me. I just look at it, hey, as kind of chapters of life, right? So, hey, I had my 29 years active service. Yep. We close that chapter. We open up the next chapter of Warhawk Tactical. And, to me, we're both giving back. Obviously, you're still serving. My service is in a different manner. It's trying to give back, especially to military officers that are currently active, and hey man, pass them that skill set that I have, that experience, that I hope they never have to use it, but God forbid they do, man, they will shut that threat down efficiently and quickly. So
yeah. So the class we had, I'd like to talk a little bit about that and how great and how happy I was that the turnout that we had over there in Missouri. Technically, it was in Granite City, Illinois, correct?
Illinois. Yep. Technically, it was Illinois.
Technically, it was in Illinois. And great turnout. Great folks helping us put that on. Thank you for the invite. Really happy about that. It's good to see those light bulbs going off, helping these guys, and they really got after it. The weather was terrible, but you know what? Hey, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Happened to you and I a lot.
Hey, you got to train in all environments. So just because we had a little bit of chill rain, it is what it is. And I think it all worked out well. I think the sun poked out for one small second, but hey, it's all good.
Yeah, proper international helped put that on. Great folks. Did a good job on a video that you posted today. They need to check that out. They did a real great job.
Yeah, they did a great job on the video. They did a great job, pretty much outfitting all these guys in their gear. I mean, what a better way to give back than just to go, hey man, here's some kit for you. Here's a free day of training. Slap this stuff on and get out there. Can't forget our friends at Brute Force.
Oh yeah.
Supplying the tools for our physical dress shooting. And then Andy over at Peacemaker, he was the one that did all the coordinations out there with Granite City. I had nothing to do with that. So he was just a great contact out there and facilitated the range. And I think overall, sight unseen, rolling out there blind, pulled off a good event. So
yeah, I mean, allowed us to go out there and run that program. And those guys did a great job. And you know what? Giving back like that felt really good because they really appreciated it. And I think for some of them, they were fine officers, a lot of skill there, a lot of experience levels, and I think they really appreciated it. And they could tell that we were there to really help them, and we were. It was great. It was a great time. Great time. Yeah.
Here's the one thing though I'll throw at you, Mark, is a couple things, and it goes to the ammo side of the house and just funding and taking care of your officers. So here's the thing to my LEOs out there. If you are in some type of position of leadership, please listen to me. If these guys come to you and they say they have a training opportunity, please fully support them. I've done quite a few of these, and I've had officers that have had to, either work the night shift and then they're rolling out the training, dog ass tired. I've had guys that have to go out and buy their own ammo. I had one department that basically charged these guys for the ammo. And I'm just like, you're killing me, man. So, or that, they're out getting it all together themselves. So a couple of things. LEO leadership, please support these guys. If you have a question iota, if they say they're attending, a Warhawk Tactical or Kelly Defense course, call me, text me, email me. I don't care. Contact me. I'll verify, hey, we got them in the class. The other thing that rolls into that is if you're in the ammunition business and you are currently producing handgun cartridges, i.e. 9mm, if you would reach out, that would be phenomenal. I'm not asking for anything free, but what I'm asking is versus these guys paying kind of the cutthroat distributor prices, if we could at least give them an in with the manufacturer so they're at least paying manufacturing prices. So if they do have to buy their own ammo, they're not spending probably half their salary just to get bullets for a day of training. And we've cut the round count down because originally, I think the first one I did down in South Carolina, it was a 650 round count day. I mean, granted, it was like 11 hours of training in some miserable 110-degree South Carolina heat, but those guys did phenomenal. But that's my two things. LEO in some type of leadership position, please support these guys. Ammunition company, I don't care who you are, where you're located. If you think you can help, please reach out. That would be greatly appreciated.
It's tough, and I'm in those positions where, training budgets, ammunition budgets. I get it. I mean, I get it. But like you said, we have to support these guys. It's a great opportunity to get out there and do some additional training. I get it. It's been a crazy year, and ammo's at a premium. And I know you got your own training programs, but it's never a bad thing to get out there and get some additional training. So yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a great day. Great day.
Absolutely. Let's think about this, Mark, right? I don't know that I've had an officer one say they have ever done the t-shirt drill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've, and it blows me away, and I'm not trying to, bust my LEO training out there, but guys, you got to make this stuff realistic. You've got to make these guys not have one iota of doubt shot placement, when that time comes. So yeah, but and then the other part that you brought up too was Proper did a phenomenal job on kind of their little highlight reel. So appreciate the work they did on that one.
Yeah, go to our Warhog Tactical on YouTube or Kelly Defense on YouTube. Also Instagram, same handles. Check that out. See if it's something you'd be interested in. Reach out to us, and we'll see what we can make happen. We love helping those guys. Love helping them.
Absolutely. Yeah, buddy.
So what else is going on? Anything new in the Warhog?
Well, we got some things going on, which plays into kind of our next guest. So I'll give a little debut, then we'll kind of lay it in how that ties in with Warhog Tactical. So our next guest is Dutch-born, U.S. citizen. He is a special operations combat veteran, speaker of numerous different languages, Dutch, German, English, even some bark in there. He is titled in the sport of KMPV, and that is the one, the only, my War Dog Duco. So he's kind of our guest. You're gonna go, all right, he's your guest. So obviously, if you're watching, you go, where is he? He's laying on his neck, and I'm gonna try to bring him over here for a quick screenshot. But here's the deal, guys. If you guys are tracking anything Warhog Tactical, really the big thing we have going on, and I have not been public as far as what's wrong with Duco, just because with Colton being at basic, I did not want to shortchange him and not tell him face to face. So I made contact with pretty much those kind of in my circle, for lack of a better term. But here's the deal. Duco has bone cancer in his right rear leg. He is going to have that right rear leg amputated in order to hopefully stop the spread of that bone cancer. So at his initial look 2 weeks ago, ortho looked at him, said he's a good candidate for it. Oncology looked at him, said nothing's in the lymph nodes, nothing's in his chest cavity, so that's a good thing. My buddy's in pain, and probably one of the hardest decisions to do, but we've got to, we're going to look to do this to add to his longevity. So there'll be a slight change as far as Warhog Tactical goes. We're going to throttle back the training here a little bit. Obviously it's rolling towards the colder times, and we're going to kind of focus on Duco, try to educate, those people out there that have working dogs, especially the retired ones. I guess bone cancer is prevalent in these guys. So if you see your dog and he looks like he hurt his back leg, so we originally thought Duke was chasing one of the other little guys around, kind of slid around our hardwood floors, made a crash, and we didn't think anything of it, right? Little gimp, okay, no big deal. Gave it a little bit. He never really recovered from it. And when we took him to the vet, she pretty much hit the nail on the head, or made her assumptions. And then obviously, oncology and stuff followed it up. So that's really what we have going on. Now, with all that being said, I got to tell you, as much as a pain in the butt, all this social marketing, because that's what I call it. It's really not media, but we put out a prayer request on Tuesday, and between Instagram, Facebook, just everything in general, the overwhelming support that we have received, 1,000+ comments, DMs, that I can't keep up with them all. And I apologize, guys. My intent was to hit each and every one of you. If you're listening, you send a message and you're like, hey, you haven't sent anything back. I'm trying. I mean, it is just so much out there. But the support and prayers, companies reaching out, friends reaching out, just sending different gifts, stuff, CBD. It has absolutely been overwhelming at a super emotional time. Because again, here's the bottom line. I mean, Duco is part of me. And for those of you that's never worked a dog in a hostile environment, and I don't know, for my LEOs out there, I'm not going to sell you guys short, but especially for my SOF K9 handlers, you guys know the bond we have with these guys. And it is like part of you. So in that post, one of the things I put, every time I would release Duco, I'd be like, God, please bring him back. And, I have faith that, between all the prayers out there, that will happen this go around. So we're just going to have my furry 4-legged friend. He's going to be our furry 3-legged friend. And we're going to go ahead, try to educate people on that and just kind of tell his story a little more. So, but yeah. So that's really what we've got going on, man. We're going to try to circle.
We'll get some pictures we'll put up.
Yeah. We'll stick some pics up there, but I was hoping he's going to poke his head in here. But long story short, we're going to do a live IG probably tonight, just to let everybody know, because everyone's asking, hey man, is he all right? What's going on? And like I said, it was just one of those that really Colton was our hinge point. I needed to get a prayer request out there, so I put that out. But then get your bone, bud. Dude, apport. Wrong way, so it's over that way. But I didn't want to cheat Colton and have him find out via social, man. I did not think that was good business to do. So yeah, that's why we haven't said anything. So, but I mean, here shortly, I'm gonna have 3-legged dog. So, yeah. So he got his bath today, get him all cleaned up, fresh for the docks. And yeah, you want to come up here?
Huh? Well, we're pulling for you and for Duco. I mean,
yeah, buddy.
I've always enjoyed the time, that when you and I get to spend time together, that Duco's around. Like I always said in the past, anytime we have an event and Duco's there, it cranks it up to an 11. Everybody wants to mess around with and play with Duco and hang out with him. He's just a good old boy. Yep. And, we're praying for you guys, and we're hoping everything works out the way it's supposed to. And like you said, the response on the prayer request was unbelievable. So,
dude, it was, yeah. And to me, yeah. And that was the whole thing, between people going, hey, thanks for being public with your faith. It's like, dude, that's who I am. It's a big driving factor behind us. So, but to everyone out there that's done some type of request, I've had guys type up messages, type out prayers. I've had guys via IG, instant message, speak prayers. It's just overwhelming, like nobody's business. So, super grateful for all that. So that's really the big thing that War Hogg Tactical has going on. We're going to, we're going to get through this one. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be, a rough emotional experience, just because, again, you got to understand, I have done everything with that dog. So, prior to any med appointments, when he was, got his gastropexy, basically they kind of staple his stomach to the inside so it doesn't, or mitigate the chance of getting bloat. I was there for it. I've intubated that dog, all his dental stuff. I have been with that dog the entire way. So with this one here and all the COVID stuff and the restrictions that the hospital's putting on, it's like, you can't. And dude, I'm going to tell you, that was a very hard pill to swallow. Took a lot of soul searching, looking, praying, just going, okay, I got to have faith that, these guys are watching over him. They all know, that he is a combat veteran. And it's just one of those, yeah, we've got to accept the fact that we can't be there, which 100% absolutely sucks. But yeah, so we will get through it and we'll figure out, when we'll pick him up, which I'm guessing will probably be this weekend. I was probably very eager to get him back, but the other side of me was like, hey, let him stay in their company, and heal and make sure that, wound care is all straight prior to me kind of being selfish and wanting to steal him away,
right,
and potentially cause him more drama.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, that's going to kind of be where we're at. And, we're going to tell the story of a three-legged Dutch Shepherd and how we're saving his life. So yeah.
yep,
Yep.
yeah, I believe that. So
Yeah.
but I know everybody's pulling for him, and I know we haven't been on the podcast here in a couple. It's been about 15 days or so. We had class.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We had the class
Yeah.
in Illinois and St. Louis there, and Missouri, and we came back and we had some family stuff to deal with. Veterans
Mm-hmm.
Day, Colton coming back, and then I know you had some appointments with Duco. So
Yeah.
we apologize, guys. But if you like what you're hearing, or you liked our episodes in the past, you can always go back. Or you haven't seen them, you can go back to YouTube, catch them all. Go back to iTunes. You can go to Anchor, Google Podcasts, and even Spotify, and catch up and go back and learn all about Duco and what On the Range podcast is about. So we had a few discussions about what we're going to do with the show. We tried to take it on the road a few times this past few months, but the range days get long sometimes.
Dude. Yeah.
It's tough. It's hard. But I think we're going to come up with a few things. We can do some live shows maybe, or some live broadcast during some sporting events, and keep it kind of fun, especially now that, it is getting colder out there, and a lot of these ranges are not going to have as many events for us to go to. So, and another thing too, SHOT Show canceled this year.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know if Kelly Defense has any plans to go out there anyway. Hadn't really thought about it. Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know how tactical. What have you guys talked about that?
Well, there's a company, and I haven't done my due diligence, because I'll tell you straight up, if you guys are listening, like, hey, you haven't responded to emails, texts, whatever. Yeah, I haven't. The dog's been kind of my focus, my priority. There's some guys talking about trying to do something out there, like an instructor symposium or something. I haven't quite got all the details on it. I don't even want to call it a mini SHOT Show, because maybe a couple vendors and a couple instructors and stuff, but I don't have all the details. And really, I am 100% playing, and that's why I haven't posted my 2021 calendar. We have things earmarked. I have ranges laid on. I'm not going to go public with it yet, because I don't know where he's sitting at. And I'll tell you guys straight up, I'm going to be selfish on this one. He's going to get my undivided attention, just because I want to make sure everything's all straight. I'm not sure what all this rehab is going to take. I'm not sure, where things are all going to go, but he's my better half. I mean, he is my, part of me. So he is my war dog, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure we take care of him. So
yeah, I'm sure everybody understands that. I know I do. I know how much he means to you guys and the whole Warhog family. So yeah, don't blame me on that. I know we've been getting a lot of direct messages and messages on IG and things like that concerning just that topic about posting the calendars for next year. And to be honest with you, with SHOT Show being canceled, really not knowing what's going to happen at the first part of the year, it's kind of tough. Some of the ranges are being a little weird about it. I don't know if.
Well, here's the problem, right? Now, let's think about it. The talk is, let's shut down again.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I cannot do, because here's the thing, right? You get guys registered for class. Okay, cool. And then, like, when you scrap the calendar, all right, I'm refunding people's money, which you end up losing money, because it's not just to even, hey, yep, here's your money, here's it back. You got to look, typically there's a 3% service charge, with all the credit card fees. So that right there, you're eating all that as a small business. And we've done okay, this year. I mean, we struggled April to probably beginning of August, and things started ramping back up. But the thing is now the ammo issues going on. That's causing some dramas. So we're trying to reduce round counts and everything else. And the last thing when you don't know if you're going to have students is next, start burning through your working capital, just giving. Not that I wouldn't give people back their money. I'm all about giving them back their money, but you're automatically eating, that 3%, and 3% starts adding up just so somebody can, process a credit card. So you want to know how all these banks have these huge skyscrapers in all these cities? There you go, 3%. So, yep.
We had a couple private groups take advantage of the fact that we were slow, mid-year. And that kind of kept us going. And a lot of people, new firearm owners took advantage of that and got a lot of good quality training. I can't imagine that people won't take advantage of that as well. But like you said, you got to be willing to go ahead, get your name on the calendar and stick with it. Same with the ranges. They could keep afloat that way as well. But, it was interesting. And like you said, it was nothing and then it was everything,
Yep.
And then for some reason, everybody's like, well, I want to get trained up before the election. Like, well, you should be training anyway. And now all of a sudden, people seem to think that whatever reason that they had prior to is no longer valid. Not getting it. We'll see what happens, and maybe some people will take advantage and hit us up for that. But like you said, you got Ducos going on. We got the holidays coming on. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
See what happens.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, we've got a full month, before, let's think about it. Let's just call it mid-November, full month before, if you want to say the real holiday suite, season kind of kicks in. By then we're at, 6 weeks or so, but like I said, I don't know what his chemo is going to require. I have no idea how any of that stuff, right now let's look at the amputation. We got to do that. Okay. What does that all entail? Recovery, just like a person, right? They can give you estimates, but that's what they are, is their estimates. So, if, here's the thing, am I open, to doing, 1-2 day, private deal in the local area? Sure. That's easy, but as far as traveling all over, I just don't know. So once I know more, once we figure him out, that 2021 calendar may get pumped beginning of the year. But put it this way, guys, there'll be enough fudge factor in there that I'm just not going to turn around and say, hey, class next week. That's, dumb marketing on my part. We'll try to push it as soon as we can, but I just got to take care of him first.
It's good to see some of these LEO guys traveling pretty good distances to get to this training.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that was great. And that's the thing. They're always like, well, when are you going to come here? Well, buddy, we were only 3 hours away, from you last month. Why didn't you come to that one?
Yeah.
Like you said, it falls on the shooter sometimes too. You gotta make sure that, I get it. Everybody's working, everybody's got their own lives, but it's important. It's important.
That class I had in South Carolina, I had a guy reach out to me from Connecticut.
That's unbelievable.
He was going to drive down from Connecticut. What changed? The state rules changed that if he left and went to the hot zone, he was going to have to quarantine for 14 days. And he's like, I can't.
No, he's got to work. He's got,
Exactly. So guys are willing to travel, but you got to sit there and go, all right, guys, deal with whatever your rules, regulations. And unfortunately, that's kind of the world we live in. And we're hoping that, we're not going to have another shutdown, and hopefully we just keep things rolling like they are, and we'll keep training going out there. And like Mark said earlier, if you've got a range location interested in it, shoot us a note.
Yep. Now's the time. The time. Yep. It's going to fill up. And I do believe, in October alone, 1.9 million guns were sold, purchased. Yeah.
Yep.
So people need to get trained. We say it all the time on the Range podcast. We talk about a lot of other stuff too, but hey man, you better get trained. Trained.
Absolutely.
So, all right, brother. Anything else going on?
That's the big stuff, man. I mean, cat's out of the bag, Duco's going to have an amputation, and we're going to, learn to be a three-legged dog family. And like I said, part of it is educating others. We're going to try to tell his story. So between Warhog Tactical and War Dog Duco on IG and Facebook and stuff like that, just try to get the word out. Hey, if you are in that situation, and I get it, we are fortunate not to bear a crazy financial burden. If it fits kind of your wheelhouse, what you got, I mean, we're going to try to tell the story. So no better way than living it and getting the word out.
Yeah, if he wasn't a star before, man, he's going to be a star now.
Oh, dude.
And he's already a star.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah.
Everybody loves him. You take his celebrity on the road, man, that's an event.
Dude, it becomes a distractor. We've taken him on the road before. And everyone's, hey, where's Duco at? We got to train guys. No, bring the dog out.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, come on up.
Yeah. Great. 29 years. Okay, where's the dog?
Yeah. Human
man.
beat it.
Where's Duco at?
Yeah. So.
All right, buddy. Well,
cool, man.
Another one in the books. We got some guests coming up. Of course, we're going to have to go around Duco's rehab schedule and check up. We can squeeze some stuff.
Yeah, I think we can start getting the guests on board. Getting the podcasts back to a normalcy. Here's the deal, guys. It's life, right? We live it. You live it. You've got to understand. I mean, life happens. We are in this crazy thing. We're in some crazy times. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you this. Do not get down. Do not. I'm not going to lie. I'll tell you straight up. Has this been an emotional event? 100%. You look at kind of that past couple IG things I put out. Was I emotional? Yep, 100%. Is life emotional? Yep, 100%. Have your circle. Have your confidence. Understand, for me, faith is a big one, but I got it. You may not. I'd say take a peek at it. Doesn't hurt. But here's the bottom line. Have that inner circle that you can talk to. Understand, you may be in a rough spot, but trust me, you can get through it. And there's enough people out there willing to help. The other thing I'll tell you, if there's somebody you want to call and you haven't talked to in a while, pick up the phone and call. Hug your family, do all that stuff. Because again, sometimes we don't have tomorrow. And the last thing you want is, I wish I would have told so-and-so X. Trust me, you don't want to have that stuff, bearing on you. So that's life, man. It's enjoy it, make the most of it. Don't take it for granted. Take nothing for granted. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I thought I had a good dog, and here we don't. And I know you, Mark, you guys have had a loss in the family, but I just, guys, if you're out there listening, I get it. There's some people struggling. I'm going to tell you this, the bottle's not the answer. The pills aren't your answer. That pistol that's staring you in the face is not the answer. There's enough outlets out there for you to get help. Reach out to me. I don't care. I've talked to enough different people, not claiming to be any type of clinical psychologist, just a guy that's lived life. And I'll give you Rick's 2 cents. Here's what I think. So, yeah.
Well said, my friend. Well said.
Yeah, buddy.
And all you veterans out there and active military guys, hey, man, we love you here at On the Range Podcast. It's great that you take last week, I should say, take it for what it's worth. Everybody does appreciate you. I know we do. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Love our military guys. Anything that we can do, whether it's fundraisers or anything that we can push out any kind of message, just let us know. Just go to our IG page, On the Range Podcast, and hey, we'll do what we can to help. We'd love to hear about that stuff and to just recognize people. And
we just pushed out one. It's funny because there's another dog that's doesn't have the same, has a different ailment than Duke, but Police K9. Man, it's trying to get more active, just trying to help other people out there, and that's what life is, guys. It's all about helping each out. Like Mark's saying to my veterans out there, that number 22, man, it's a terrible stigma. Do not think for one iota minute you stepping off this planet is a better place to be, because it's not. Don't be selfish. Don't do that. Heck, reach out to me, man. I've talked to plenty of dudes. Like I said, similarities, it's might not have been the same place, although we might have been, because I have talked to guys that we kind of chewed the same hunk of dirt. But here's the point. It's all about relating and kind of putting things in context. Because trust me, do I have baggage from it? 100%. It's not so much what I saw on the battlefield. It's what I did to my family, my dead friends. So never mourn for my dead friends, and should have came home, but I didn't. And I opted to stay in combat, just because for those of you that have been there, it is a very powerful place. So guys out there, veteran community, LEOs, don't do anything stupid, guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, buddy.
All right, pal.
Cool.
Always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, man. And we'll keep you guys updated as far as what Duke has going on, and we'll start stacking up the guests, start getting them rolling back in, and
yeah,
take it from there.
Yep. If you're interested in being a guest, let us know. Yeah, we have people hit us up all the time,
dude.
It's going to ramp back up.
Yeah, it's just now it's just a matter of trying to bang out schedules. It's funny. There's some people you wouldn't expect. Hey, man, would you mind me having on the show? Come on. Absolutely. Yeah. Man. I mean, we got some good ones lined up. It's just solidifying dates, man. It's just life. So
yeah, it's getting colder out there.
Yeah, buddy.
People are home. We'll get them on there. All right, buddy. Hey, man, good luck this week. Keep us posted. And
thank you, brother.
I know you're doing an IG live, so that'll be good. I'll tune into that. All right, buddy.
All right, pal.
Take care, pal. All right, Rick.
All right, Mark. Thank you, buddy.